What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with a Mailday recap and my 2020 YouTube Hall of Fame nominations, my ballot. Let's get started because it's getting kind of late and this thing's due at the time of this recording in about 22 minutes or so, so gotta move. Let's show off a few cards I picked up recently. Got a couple Phillies and a Ginter edition. So here's a Scott Kingery. This is from the newly released Topps 52 card baseball game created by Kenny Mayne. I believe these were released in sets. It was an on-demand product, and they're pretty cheap on eBay. So I picked up the Kingery. I think it was like $1, and picked up the Bryce Harper, also $1 combined shipping. So some kind of neat, different pickups for the Phillies collection. So happy with those. Also picked up a card that I've been looking for from a set that I needed for the Phillies collection, 1968 Bazooka. It's Bill White, so that's a hand cut in an SGC Excellent 5, so a neat one there. These are blank backs, but pretty cool. Definitely happy to continue to add and diversify the Phillies collection. It's something that I've really had a lot of fun with over the last year or so, so definitely happy to add that Bill White. Also added a Allen and Ginter autograph, which I'll be picking up some of these as Topps Archives Signature Series has been released again for 2020. This is from the 2019 edition, and it's Derek Lee. Derek Lee had a really nice career. A lot of time spent with the Marlins, was part of a World Championship team, and also with the Cubs. So the Ginters look great. It's a 2010 Allen and Ginter, and then, of course, it is was released in the 2019 Archive Signature Series set, which is a buyback set, and to me, it's a lot of fun. I actually really love the release. It's kind of brutal to break. I mean, you can have fun with it for sure, and I always buy a couple boxes of it, but it's a buy singles type of product for sure, so really happy with that. I mean, I think the blue signature looks excellent on the Ginter card. It matches that Cubs uniform really, really well. And then my final pickup is an upgrade for the collection. It's for my Phillies collection, my Hall of Fame collection, and my Richie Ashburn set run. It's a 1951 Bowman Richie Ashburn. 51 Bowman, an absolutely beautiful set. One of the nicest Ashburn cards there. This one is a PSA 5. Got a pretty solid price on it. The card I had is like a 2, and it has really good eye appeal. And got it graded myself. Knew it would grade low, but just kind of wanted it slabbed up for the collection. But I just couldn't turn down this card. I mean, the color is just gorgeous. It's beautiful looking. Overall, the centering's really solid. So, to me, it's just an amazing card. So, I was thrilled to pick that up. With that being said, 3 minutes of mail. Now, let me get to my 2020 YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. This is something put on by Baseball Collector, so check out his channel to see all of the results, which should be released in the next few days. And obviously, the community has seen a ridiculous amount of video responses this year. I feel like it's as big as ever. This year was video response only, so that kind of brought out a lot of videos, and overall, it's great to see a lot of different channels recognized. You definitely continue to learn about people in the community, but at the same time, it's really difficult to do. I mean, you're talking about 1,000 channels to choose from, and people have been putting videos up on YouTube for up to a dozen years. So there's just so much to choose from. So I did my best. I definitely have some holdovers from previous year's votes, and let's just get into it. So, number 1 is a holdover that I've voted for the last 2 years, and it is Squeepa21. Phil has a fantastic channel. He's been making videos for a dozen years. 12 years is just unbelievable. Definitely haven't seen a ton of votes out there for him. I certainly believe he deserves to be in. I mean, consistency is incredible. Has, I think, 1,500 subscribers, which is really strong for someone who started back then, because the channels that are coming up now are getting promoted so much quicker than they ever have before. And just Phil does a great job, does TTMs, does trades and drafts and different pickups for certified or uncertified, non-certified autographs, and then does pack-pulled certified autographs as well. Includes his family. I mean, if you go back and watch his channel, you'll literally see his children grow, and he does the videos for himself and for his family, and for those who like to collect, to enjoy. So Squeepa21 gets a vote from me. Another vote from me is going to TTM Autograph, also known as TTM Troy. Troy's been doing it again. He's been making videos for years. Very influential in the TTM community. Does an unbelievable job. Has the prettiest and the best sounding videos on YouTube in this community. Just absolutely fantastic. Obviously puts a ton of effort into his videos. Has a really strong following. Fantastic guy. Does TTMs. That's what he does. I mean, he's done the occasional box break here and there over the years, but it's all TTMs, and there's some non-sports, but there's a ton of sports. A lot of baseball cards. Loves those old Donruss cards with the 91 Donruss set. And, yeah, definitely Troy is fantastic for the community, and we haven't seen a ton of TTMers getting votes. I mean, obviously, there's a few guys getting mentioned, but I think Troy certainly belongs in there. Another vote goes to Up North Collectors. I mean, these guys, father-son duo, do a fantastic job. Chit-chat back and forth, give good reviews of various products. They do all the sports. A lot of baseball, a lot of football, but also basketball. They've done soccer. They do it all. They do repack stuff. I mean, they've been doing videos for 2 years now. They've racked up over 8,000 subscribers, so they've certainly built up their audience, and they continue to do a fantastic job. Very humble guys. They interact with everyone at the National. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of interaction with them and seen them grow, seen them fly way by me in terms of overall, I guess, subscribers and stuff and being well known and all that. But they're just awesome, and they continue to connect and respond with people in the community, and I think that's big. I see some big channels out there that seem kind of upset that they're not getting the attention they feel they deserve, and you know, it's about sports cards, of course, but it's also about the community, and I think that's what some channels lack sometimes. I know myself, sometimes I feel bad that I don't respond to comments as quickly as I'd like, and sometimes, you know, life can just get in the way, but Up North Collectors, they've found a way to just continue to do an amazing job with that. All right, next pick is Maxa Jackson. Another guy, been on YouTube forever, 11 years doing T206 videos. Just kind of been consistent putting up videos, not taking years off or anything like that. Has a fabulous collection. Teaches you learn from his channel. That's something I really like, and just keeping up, doing a great job. It's something, you know, I think, like I said, it's difficult. There's so many channels, and there's dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people I wanted to vote for, and you know, in the grand scheme of things, you hope that if this continues to go, you get to vote for all those people, or they find their way into this. But you just gotta, at some point, you know, pick some channels that, for various reasons. I'm trying to pick some vintage guys, some pre-wars guys, and some old school guys. Trying to put a focus on the people who've been around for a while, because I really do think they deserve recognition. And they're certainly, at this point, not the most popular channels maybe, but they definitely deserve interest, and they deserve you checking them out and seeing what they have had to offer and what they currently have to offer as well. Here's another guy, Dead Guy Cardboard. Amazing channel. I mean, he does top 10 list, top 20 list. Kind of the last couple years has done guys to buy and given reasons why, what their values, what he sees their ceilings as. Fantastic job. Shows off great cards from his collection, and does a mix of the old school stuff, the old vintage or pre-war stuff, and the modern stuff, which I really appreciate. A couple thousand subscribers, and I think the video he did for his YouTube Hall of Fame ballot, I really liked something he said in there, and I've heard a few other people mention it. He said, I'm voting for Hall of Famers, not All-Stars, which just goes to kind of make you think, okay, let me think about it, not just the people I am enjoying watching now, but the people who have been doing it for a while. So that's definitely something that's been somewhat influential in my thoughts in this. But Dead Guy Cardboard does a great job. You should check out the channel. You will learn and be entertained and see some amazing cards along the way. Next up, we got Bart, the PSA card guy, also known as Bart 49ers Corner. Bart's been on for a while as well, at least a half dozen years. Big 49ers fan, so I'm sure he's fired up for the Super Bowl coming up. Mainly a football guy, but does dabble in everything, a little basketball and a little baseball. Nationals guy too, so he's had quite the year. A lot of fun watching postseason sports. But he has an amazing PSA collection, amazing videos. He's been doing it, like I said, consistently for years and years. Fantastic channel. Appreciate Bart being interactive in the community and making an effort to learn more and more channels. So Bart gets a vote from me. We got a vote here for Dave's Midlife Card Crisis. Dave has been around for 6 years. He's got 1,000 subscribers or so and has continued to make videos. He jumped in. Like everyone, you get involved in the community and you're excited and you're pumping videos out, and then life can kind of get busy. Things happen. You have projects at home, you have work, you have families. Dave's continued to make videos. He might not put them out as often as he would want to, or as often as I would like to see him put out videos, but he still puts them out. He's a huge part of the community, extremely active, checking out people's videos and heading to the National and going out and meeting everyone and chit-chatting with everyone. And he's one of those guys who's been around long enough to know a lot of the older guys, but he's not shy about meeting the new guys. So that's something that I think is really important in this community. And Dave's the man. So, and, I get along with Dave. We're friends, even though he's a Jets fan and a Mets fan. And that's definitely counterbalanced to my interest in terms of sports teams, but Dave's the man, so tossed a vote Dave's way. Also, a vote to Mr. Fisherbike, another guy. Jason's been doing videos forever. I think he's about 8 years or so. He's got to get himself to 1,000 subscribers. You guys should check out his channel. He's continued to collect and interact with this community for a long time, and I have a really strong respect for guys who have been doing it for a long time and evolve with the community. Again, in the journey of life, there's ups and downs, and that's going to be the same thing with your collecting and the same thing with making and viewing videos, but Jason continues to do it. He's someone who's been around. He's in the Hall of Gamers group with all the old school guys, and he's in the Card Family group with a lot of the newer school guys. Does baseball, does football, does a little bit of everything, and was an absolute riot at the National a few years ago in Chicago. Had a blast. He was a joy to be around. That energy, that excitement was something pretty awesome. So I gave a lot of votes for a lot of the old school guys, but there are a few new guys that I wanted to acknowledge as well. Blue Jacket 66, he's a shoo-in. He's clearly going to get in based on the vote so far. But Dave, he's got 1,000 subscribers, a little over 1,000 in a year. He's also fired up for the Super Bowl as a Chiefs fan. But he's had a monstrous impact on this community. He collects a ton. He's gotten into some modern. I've seen some influence in his collection as time has involved in this community. Picking up some Patrick Mahomes stuff, picking up George Brett stuff, showing off refractors, different things like that. But he has an absolutely awesome collection of pre-war food and beverage, vintage, all amazing stuff, and that's great, but I don't really vote based on people's collections. But his quality of video is exceptional. His interaction in the community is great. He's in live chats. He's posting comments on people's videos. He's obviously been extremely generous if you're involved in the community. I'm sure you've seen a video where he sent people some amazing stuff. He's certainly done that for me, running contests that are mind-blowingly generous. But to me, the thing that stands out the most is what he's been able to offer the community, all the knowledge, sharing that, and the inspiration. And I know for me, as someone who I'm into everything, I can't help it. I love modern, and I love vintage, and I love the pre-war stuff. I love it all. And he's opened my eyes to a ton of different sets, which has allowed me to expand my Phillies collection. And I've had a hell of a lot of fun for it. So Dave, it was really difficult not to vote for you. And believe me, I have a whole list of guys that I wanted to vote for that I just left off. I'll save them for next year. But Dave, you had to get a vote from me. So that's a vote. And my final vote is for Filmington. I couldn't leave him off the list. 2.87 thousand subscribers. Done it in about a year and a half or so. The rookie card explosion box. I mean, that alone has generated so much content. I mean, you see videos consistently from people. Obviously, he's done very well with that product being very popular, but that's also brought a lot of joy and a lot of entertaining hours to the community there with the rookie card explosion box. And Phil, he knows his stuff, and he does a very good job at presenting it. And like I said, his channel's just blown up quite a bit, and it's going to continue to grow. I enjoy all types of videos, but right now there's the trend in the YouTube world of sports cards is definitely modern, and it's towards the investor / flipping portion of it. Obviously, everyone has their own tastes and their own likes, but that aspect of the hobby is booming on social media, and part of that is because we have people from outside this community that have gotten involved. You have a guy like Gary V, who is obviously big into it, and he brings in a bunch of viewers from outside the community. You have a guy like Phil Hughes, some of these guys that are getting involved in sports cards, and Phil's content is perfect for those types of viewers that are just coming in searching for sports card stuff, and things are popping up. So I think you're going to see Phil pop up to 5,000 subscribers in the next few months. His channel is going to continue to grow and go crazy. So those are my 10 votes for the 2020 YouTube Hall of Fame. Final mentions here are a few more. These are some votes that are being made directly to Mike. I'm sending him an email as I'm supposed to, but the AR Falk 77 Lifetime Achievement Award, that special election is for people who have done a ton of things, so I get 3 votes for that. One's Thunder24. 1 million views on a sports card video is unbelievably epic, and he has 3 with over 35,000 views. So Thunder24 has to get a vote from me. The Autograph Network, who another key player in the TTM community. He's been doing it for a long time. He's got to be in this thing. Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards, not currently active, but I know Michael is starting to watch some videos here and there again, and did a ton for the community for years, made videos for a long time, did box breaks, did PSA submissions, did tons of stuff. Awesome guy. In the final video he did post, I think it was an important video for people to watch about paying attention to what you're doing in terms of expenses, and I think he brought a great deal to the community, so he certainly deserves recognition. So those are my 3 votes for the Old Timers thing. And then the Joe Ryan 30 Good Guy Award, which Joe Ryan Fan 30 is a member of the community we lost this year. He was a fantastic guy, commented on tons of videos and made videos as well. My 2 votes for that are for Brad 8671, still putting out content, big football guy, Dolphins fan. Just posted a video with his Super Bowl thoughts. Always love listening to his football thoughts. And, when he shows stuff off, does group breaks. Awesome guy. I've always enjoyed his videos a ton and has always been extremely generous. I mean, for years he'd be sending out just an ungodly amount of care packages to members of the community, specifically around Christmas time. So Bradley Claus, you get a vote from me. And also Purple GT 22, Steve. He's been doing videos for a decade. He's the man. He's a Braves fan. He's a Falcons fan. And he is a hell of a nice guy, someone who's supported my channel for a long time. I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Philly show a couple years ago. Hope to meet him again. Hopefully, Steve, you'll be making it to the Philly show, the National, and a Phillies game with me and the Philly crew this year, hopefully. So those are my votes, guys. 20-minute video. Can't believe it got that long. Got to get this sucker posted. I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.